Hello, Scorpio, my sweet Scorps, my naughty little dash of nice. How are you? And you know I say that in the fondest way. So Scorps can do your reading. We are going to use, it's only the second time I've used this deck on my channel. Temperance. Oh, that's an interesting card you have at the bottom. Actually, it looks really nice. Like a nice dinner, a nice glass of wine. We are using, this is the Book of Shadows Tarot, Volume 2. There's 2 volumes. So this is Volume 2. Gonna pull out some cards, get some sort of information going for you here. It is, as I often say, a general reading, so it may or may not resonate. If it does resonate, and you're drawn to it, there is an extended. The link to that is at the top of the description within this video. So Scorpio, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull out one card to start. And that card is going to be sort of like, I guess what the universe would like to talk to you about. Let's see what that is. This is an interesting deck. It has so many, like, just everyday depictions. So I really like it. Like, there's a dude sitting here in the forest with his laptop talking to the gnomes. Well, that's every day, talking to the gnomes in the forest. But with your laptop, right? Like, it's really, really, I gotta get, it's very modern. Okay, so let's get into Scorps here. Scorpio. First card is the main reason for the reading. Gosh, I kept seeing it on the split. The Queen of Chalices, the Queen of Cups. But boy, what an interesting card. This is about having a lot of deep feelings. And it kind of feels like look at this card. The woman in this card is feeling very sad or distraught. Something hasn't worked out and it's affecting her emotionally. It's sort of like pouring out your emotions. But it's really beautiful because there's someone there with her to kind of console her. Even the little fairies, the little angels are all around consoling her. She's received something in the mail here, a letter, and she's kind of crumpled it up and she's feeling the pain of something. So feeling the pain, like receiving some sort of information perhaps, gaining some sort of knowledge about something that makes you feel sad, makes you feel disappointed. But I do want to say that you're not alone in this. There's someone who witnesses you the way this person is. I really like the way he's witnessing, because sometimes it's interesting too, because it's masculine, feminine, or man or woman, and men have a tendency to think that they need to solve everything. Because I think sometimes too, like if you go to a man or someone who's overly masculine, you tell them you have a problem. Well, how do I solve? Okay, how do we solve? I don't want you to solve it, right, ladies? Can you just hear me? Can you just sit with me in the present moment and just witness what I'm going through? That's what this feels like to me. And I really like that card because that's exactly what's happening here. This person is just witnessing what you're going through, and like it seems to make them sad. And they're just sitting in this with you. Or maybe you're the one who's witnessing. I don't know. God, the card is so beautiful. Let's see what sits with it. I'm going to pull out 3 more. Well, we have the Knave of Pentacles. We just talked about him, you know, sitting along the shore there with your laptop. The 9 of Pentacles. Oh no, that's another deck. Sorry, I was trying to think, isn't there another 9 of Pentacles? It's another deck. There's one deck that I have there has like, there's 2 3 of Swords, there's 2 10 of Swords, and something else. They're really interesting, but not this one. And then you have the 9 of Chalices. Wow. This is like a story about something ending and finding your independence on the other side. How can it not be? You have the 9 of Pentacles, this physical, financial sovereignty. You have the 9 of Cups, which is emotional sovereignty, independence. But where did it come from, perhaps? Was this something that ended for you? But someone witnesses this, which is really beautiful. So at the bottom, you have the Eight of Cups and the Emperor. Again, fascinating artwork. The Eight of Cups, you'll see, I'm going to show you, she's studying. She's got all these books in front of her. She's working really hard. It looks like nighttime. Someone's about to hand her a red marker, a red pen. So I don't know, maybe she's like marking people. Wait a second. The red pen, the Emperor's using the red pen. And there's a date circled on the calendar with a red pen. That might be something I need to delve into later, or it might come out as we explore the reading. But that's an interesting synchronicity. So anyways, here, I'll let you look. I'm hoping there's no glare because I've turned my phone around. I can't see the screen anymore, so I'm more focused on the reading itself. Like look at all the work here. Like really putting the work in, big time. I love this Emperor, like sitting there, working from home, as so many people have been. But there's an emotional detachment before hitting that. And I can see here, because something happened emotionally, something ended emotionally, or some sort of information that you acquired caused emotional distraught. This Knave of Pentacles, I don't know how to explain it, but it doesn't feel like you. It either feels like a person or circumstances. These nines all feel like you, as does this. And maybe that's just because it's the feminine energy that is showing. Like, it's just, it doesn't mean that you have to be feminine. It's just the breadcrumb trail for me to kind of figure it out. So don't get too caught up in that. But the Knave of Pentacles is kind of slow, methodical, planning, but I see you just like moving forward here, harvesting, celebrating, finding independence. I love these little pixie angels that were here with you, like in the sadness. And then they're all here like having this great celebration. Actually, we're not that, oh, get the hell out of town. Okay, the date that's circled on this calendar is October 31st. It is Halloween. So I think, when I first looked at this deck, I thought, well, it's because it's tarot. Of course, Halloween. It's the most fun part of the year for witches, goblins, and ghosties, and tarot readers. But that's also Scorpio season. That's the very early part of Scorpio. Like, I guess the first decan in Scorpio. Boy, this is an interesting story here. Your energy, so interesting, Scorpio. What is this story? Because I'm looking at this birthday. Something's going to happen around your birthday time. Maybe it is just a celebration. Maybe it is something that you do. That if, there's something that you've been through recently, or that you're going through right now, that is giving you some sort of emotional distraught. I really feel like there's something significant, either Halloween itself, or in your season, and perhaps even your birthday. How interesting is that? That's what's been circled here. I mean, it's almost like something, you're aware of it. It's your birthday. Who's not aware of when their birthday is? I mean, as we get older, sometimes forget about that birthday. It's circled on the calendar, but it's not the main objective here. It's not the main focus. There's other things that you have to focus on. Could it be a time in the future that sort of your subconsciousness is aware of? It definitely feels like a point of celebration, a point of, and two, this is harvest time. Again, it's that same time of year. Something's going to happen in the fall. Something's going to happen end of October, maybe beginning of November, depending on where your birthday sits. But I feel like there's something to do with your independence. And there's a celebration here for you. And it really feels like it's the story that took you. So I feel like this is maybe the things that are taking time. These things are taking time to be lined up, for things to play out the way they are needed to play out. You're emotionally distant here and focusing, I feel like, on your work, on your studies, on perhaps self-improvement, whatever those like could be in those books. It's interesting that the little fairies are bringing in a red pen. We think of a red pen as something that either is highlighting a mistake that's been made, a correction that needs to be made, like it's drawing your attention to it, like, boom, look at this, you need to look at this. So looking at things within yourself, your fairies, your angels, bring in this red pen, like, look at these things within yourself or within your past here. And then the red, who has circled? Maybe the fairies have circled this date on the calendar. It's so intriguing. But you're using a red pen too to write. So you're placing like a very strong intent on how you communicate in the world, and whether that's verbally or even written. Oh, this is so interesting. I like this deck. I really like this deck. Could be something too. I'm thinking, yeah, this would be, so I know most of the people that come to my channel are American, because this is also falling in line with like American Thanksgiving. Wouldn't it be? When do you guys do that? You do that? Is it out of Scorpio season? Or is it still in Scorpio season? I just feel like there's an anticipation. Look at, like, she's prepared something. I feel like you're you're almost hosting this for yourself. Because there she is. Doesn't this look like the same woman, but she's just, her hair is braided? It looks like the same person. You're hosting something for yourself in the future. And it's a celebration, and it could be in conjunction with where your birthday falls. But there's something else here. With all these nines, I just like, it's complete sovereignty. Let's start here with the Queen of Chalices. The Queen of Chalices. God, it is heavy energy. It's the Ten of Wands, the Two of Swords, and the Seven of Wands. So a heavy burden here. But I feel, you know what I feel like? I almost feel like you're the one that's releasing this, or you feel defensive about a release. Either it's something you wanted to release for yourself, or something that someone wanted to release themselves of you. Could be work, it could be romantic, could be platonic, could be the loss of someone, could be somebody that you were close to that passed away. There's something here that ended and it left you in some sort of indecision. And then defensive, feeling like you have to defend yourself, feeling vulnerable, feeling like you're carrying an awful lot of weight. This Page of Pentacles, I don't know if it's just the artwork that makes me feel like this is something completely outside of you, or it's just the passage of time. It just doesn't feel like you. There's nothing in this imagery that links it to anything else here. What is this Knave or Page of Pentacles? The Ten of Cups. So it's a long way to Tipperary. My heart. It's just like the Knight of Pentacles. It's slow, and he's not even moving. He's just sitting there researching or looking or working. But the Ten of Cups, how to get to your wish fulfillment. Because some sort of wish has been stolen away, has been snatched away. And it's a long road to get there. But boy, when you're showing up with these two nines, your next step are the tens, are the two good tens. The Ten of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups. You're lined up here. You got it all lined up. In the fall, maybe now. I don't know. The Nine of Pentacles for you. Look at what you were doing here. This is so cute. Like, right, it's like you have your nine, you have your independence, you've got your place, you got your place setting, but what, who are you waiting for? I don't know. You're waiting for your Two of Cups and you're manifesting it, which is really interesting because you see, you're looking like, where is it? Where is it? Where's my reciprocation? Where's my yin to yang? Where's my yang to yin? I'm manifesting this, but you know how you're manifesting it? You're manifesting it by looking after your own needs with these 2 9s. You're manifesting something. You're manifesting some sort of fulfillment outside of yourself that you would garner from another individual, perhaps. Equal fulfillment, though, right? Equal fulfillment. But you're not just looking, like you've prepared. You've prepared. You have got everything set. You literally have everything set here. But it feels like more like getting yourself set. So what's left? What's left then? Oh, okay. It'd be great if someone could show up for dinner. But they have to know how to wash dishes too. So the 9 of Cups, the 9 of Chalices. Maybe these are 2 separate events. Oh, this event is different. The Page of Pentacles and the Hanged Man. I gotta turn the light on. It's getting so dark. I can't see the cards. Just a second. I just have to flick the switch because the fan's going. Oh, here we go. I think it's gonna storm. So the 9 of Cups, your party here, your emotional sovereignty, you being the only one responsible for this. And this doesn't feel like overindulgence. You know what? Even if it was, I think it's fair enough to say you deserve it. You can have it. Go for it. Have a good time. That looks like fun. Invite me. There's cake and wine, my 2 favorite things. And friends to have it with, right? So that's my 3 favorite things. You still have cake and wine by yourself. That's okay. The Page of Pentacles and the Hanged Man. Throwing the coin in the air, and where are we going to go today? I don't know. It doesn't feel like you're rushing anywhere with the Hanged Man. You're starting a new journey. It is, maybe it's just like a celebration for you. You're starting some sort of new journey here. But this new journey is being led, like, literally from deep within yourself. There's no outside source really leading this. Except, perhaps, chance and circumstance with this page throwing the coin in the air. You know, a little bit of chance here. Let's see what happens. But at the end of the day, it's your decision. And that decision comes from within. I kind of feel like you might be getting ready for some sort of new chapter in your life with this celebration. Okay, well, now let's get this. This is sort of like I'm just going to pull away from emotions right now. I'm going to focus on my work with the 8 of Cups and the Emperor. The 8 of Cups. The 8 of Cups. Yeah, the 7 of Cups and the 6 of Pentacles. I want to say it's almost as if emotional options, emotional decisions are not something that you're comfortable with. Okay, so this is the underline. So maybe you're not quite yet at a point where that you're comfortable in emotional decisions. Because I see the the emotions are too confusing right now. So I'm just going to focus on what I can give of myself without it necessarily having to be an emotional investment. I'm going to try to have equality in my life with my friends, my partners, my work, whatever that might be. Yeah, there's basically pulling away emotionally because maybe even your emotions don't make sense to you. So I can't make choices on that. I can't make decisions about it. And then this takes you into the Emperor where you really own your shit. Oh my gosh, what a mess. I'm making a mess of the cards. Y'all come down here a little bit. and the Emperor. I think you're making plans. The Page of Swords and the Three of Cups. See, this almost feels like leading up to this. This Emperor is taking on a new approach here. It doesn't feel so much work-based. It definitely feels like just taking ownership of your life. Clearly observing what's going on around you and making choices to go out and enjoy with your friends, to celebrate, perhaps to reconcile, even if it's just reconciling emotions because you walked away from making emotional decisions. From here. The Moon, the Queen of Wands, and the Queen of Swords. See, again, the Moon representing feelings, emotions, fears, psychic depths. That's kind of like, it feels like where your emotions were put. Into your own psychic depths. And then here, like what the focus was more the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Swords. So really like coming out confidently, understanding what it is that you want in your life, how you'd like to achieve that, how you'd like to acclaim it, how you'd like to demonstrate it, and then like owning that shit. And if it's just not in alignment with what I want to do and where I want to go, I'm cutting it out. I'm going to make it clear. But the emotional part was not, that's what I would say here. It is kind of very Scorpionic because you're not really playing anything out with your emotions. You haven't been, because something hit you here with this Queen of Cups. Yeah, because this is what left you in indecision. And that's where we got over here. Okay, now it's all coming together, right? This Queen of Cups had the Ten of Wands, the Two of Swords. I wasn't sure how this was. I understood these two. There's some sort of heavy burden here that had to be dropped. And then, like, defenses going up. Having a defense mechanism. The Two of Swords. This is the indecision because of the emotional... What would be the word to describe that? The emotional catalyst? Or the emotional tower moment? Something. So that puts you into indecision emotionally here. You couldn't deal with emotional... or couldn't make decisions based on emotions. Not outwardly anyways. Definitely inwardly. Exploring that really deeply within yourself. So I feel like, though, the underlying here is that you are coming into this Emperor energy. So you are taking ownership of yourself, and it just feels like you're getting ready to be more outwardly expressive with your emotions with the Three of Cups. I want to ask specifically about this party. I want to know if you're inviting me for... It does have a sense of it's kicking off a new beginning for you. It's kicking off a new chapter in your life. What is this celebration about for Scorpio? I just want one final detail for you. Oh, God. Okay. Well, we have the storm warning, the temple path, the door to spirit, and the sun. Oh, you're kicking off some good. Look at, I just described this as an emotional tower moment. So look at this. You've got, there it is. There's the storm. So perhaps a tower moment, some sort of big change, dramatic, emotional thing. We've got a lot of water in there. And then you have the temple path and door to spirit. This is taking your own journey. This is looking at your life on a very spiritual level here. This is sort of like this Hanged Man, like pulling away from any outside influences to have a greater understanding of your own personal journey. And the door to spirit is just connecting. There you have like co-creation with spirit. Or maybe even realizing that spirit has never left you in the first place. Because this is very blue and very gray, but they're there. This is party and they're there. This is emotional detachment and they're there. And then you hit the sun. So your wish fulfillment, your happiest days ahead of you, your clarity and your bright days. What was at the bottom? Do we dare look? Oh, look at this. This is powerful. You have the third chakra, financial constraints, followed by attachment. Look at this. This is like the confidence to move beyond things that may feel you, make you feel like you have lost your personal power. Like detaching yourself. Just really going with perhaps your spiritual journey. And not necessarily, it really feels like detaching from things that you may have been convinced you needed to have, or that was the prime goal in life. But in doing that, like, you have this really great energy. Because you achieve, you know, it's almost as if perhaps the way I see this play out and with these underlying cards, it could be perhaps thinking that I need this to be happy. Oh, you know what? Who was just talking about, oh my God, and he's a Scorpio too. Rob from Rob's Tarot, or he doesn't call it that anymore. I don't remember what he calls it now. But he was just talking about, it was a Lionsgate thing. And he was talking about the whole idea, like people put all of this hope, anticipation on a specific date. And talking about Lionsgate with that. And I kind of feel the same way. I just feel like, you know what? If you want to intend something, have an intention, make a manifestation, do it today. Why do you have to wait a month for a certain day to come around? It's really, every day is just important as any other day. And astrologically, there's stuff that goes on around us that we haven't even figured out yet. So, you know, but it's the idea that your goal is this. I need this to make myself happy. And I think he actually said that. He says, you know, a lot of people will live their life. I need this job placement to make myself happy. And then you get that. And then, oh, I need to make this much money to make myself happy. And then you get that. And then, well, I need this house to make myself happy. And then, I need this car to go with that house to make myself happy. Or I need this partner to go with this car, with this job. Like, it never ends. What the hell point do you become happy, right? What point do you become happy? So I feel like this is the confidence to not care anymore. I don't need it. If you're happy, it's so easy for us to say, like, to really realize that happiness comes from within, and there's nothing outside of that really has an effect unless you allow it to. That's what I feel like this is. I feel like it's almost becoming completely aware of what happiness truly is, and it's not something that I need to achieve this to get there. Because you will never be happy. Because you're putting your happiness is a date. Oh my God. A date and time has to do with your happiness, or being able to achieve it, or finally make the intention to aim for it. It's really interesting. So there you go. I gotta say about that. Oh, there's so many cards out now. Okay, that went with that, and that goes with there. All right, I'm gonna go do the extended. That was really interesting, Scorpio. Oh my gosh. I want to go to that party. They got cake and wine. I'm there. It's so good. It's good. Okay. Until next time, do be gentle with yourself. Bye.